Originally, when I got the email and was told that I was selected to take the course, I thought it might have been an inconvenience, and because my school is in the Bronx, and the course is giving here in Vernon Boulevard. But after time went by, I look forward to coming every week because it got very interesting, and I enjoyed the rest of the course.
With them, and when I first started this class, when I was volunteered for it, I thought, oh my God, 30 weeks, Friday afternoon from 1 to 4 at a time when I'm being asked to take my vacation, which is a perfect opportunity. But I have to say that, looking back at it instead of ahead to it, that it was a very positive experience, and that, the people that are going to take the class, the rewards are, equal to the effort that's put into it. And if you put the effort in, you read the material, and pay attention to the projects, you will take something positive away, and you will benefit, and you know you're building better.
Money. There's a lot of things that we can do ourselves to help save energy, and especially 40% of the buildings being city school buildings, we can be some of the biggest energy savers in the city. Intensive course with a lot of homework, and I didn't really have to expect to do field projects like we did, but overall I enjoyed it, but it was a lot more work.
Really didn't think that I would see hands-on education that I could use every day, and being able to not only apply it every day and see the outcome on a screen, which is the portfolio manager, I really didn't think we were going to have that hands-on education.
Yeah. I expected to grind through 30 weeks of hell for 3 hours a day, to sit in a classroom and be lectured to. It was more hands-on than I expected. I found myself more involved than I expected to be. I would have expected to sit and just listen and be lectured to, and it wasn't that. It actually got me involved.
Up until we got to about week 21, and then when I started to read the Herzog book, which actually may be one of my favorite references that I've seen since I was taking facilities management at Iona, Herzog, it just breaks everything down in a simple step-by-step way that if we have operators in the schools did, we could absolutely improve the buildings a lot more than we do. Instead of getting into that normal, let's go into school, fireman turns everything on in the morning, you shut everything on at night. I mean, this is the mentality that we've dealt with for years, but now we have to cut back as a result of the mayor's initiative and Plan NYC, and hopefully it has to be 30% by 2017. But as operators, again, right off the bat, you may be able to make a 5 or 10% savings.
To check all my steam traps and monitor my my condensate return to make sure that I don't have any steam leaking by, so I could operate the boiler plant more efficiently. I am going to check for piping that's missing insulation. Check to see that my burners are operating the way they should be, modulating and operating efficiently and set up properly where they aren't burning excess fuel. So those are some projects that I have to look forward to for the heating system.
And then for the cleaning staff, I speak to them that there's no reason to use energy that's not needed, and to be part of the team to shut down the lights when we don't need it. In some situations where you can't sort of shut off a circuit breaker, I had got them the key switches. If the key switches are too much, we'll just put regular wall switches in. These are all areas of lighting that can be shut off during the day where it's not needed.
Right.
So they seem to be on board with it. They seem to know that this is the course of action that we all have to take.
How to cut back on lighting, how we can save on lighting. It's just easier to do that right off the bat because we don't need the supplies like with the boilers or a capital improvement in the building. This is something that we can do in-house without any cost, and the cost will actually come back to the city tenfold.
Not running the boilers during hours where they're not needed. I found that really saves a lot, both in the MMBTUs, the fuel, and the kilowatts. 2 hours a day, if you're running a 12-hour interval, 2 hours, 2 times a day, may maintain your building at 68 all day. There's no need to run 12 hours. So you could actually, I found in my particular building, shut it down 2 times a day for 2-hour intervals, where the buildings held the heat and the boilers were still warm, and there was no reason to use that energy at all.
Yeah.
Just a flick of a switch.
More valuable as operators for the city, because we're now more of an asset. I mean, education is something in this union. Since 2000, we haven't had a course, except for right to know, bloodborne pathogen. I did the IAQ course back in 2000 in the borough of Manhattan. I enjoyed that, and we always thought education is the key to us getting better at what we do. So now you do have an opportunity, and if you take advantage of it, you'll come out a much better building operator.